Hello. Okay, I just lost connection for a second right there. Okay, today we're doing solving equations with variables on both sides. It's not going to be a problem. It just means that there's the variables on are both sides of the equation, not just on one side. We still have to solve just like we normally do. It's just it looks a little bit different. Now, um, yeah, basically we just have to get it on one side, and then solve for the one variable, one equation, and then we have to check it, and sometimes we have to distribute, and yeah, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I think we got this. Let's do our problems. We're doing all these problems right here. Let's do number one. We got 9j plus 35 equals 4j. Now, let's see. Like I always do, we do the dotted line. And then set our variable. We decide to do the. Oh, sorry, I was looking at something else. We gotta set our variable. In this case, our variable j. We gotta pick one side. Let's pick this side, the j side, and this is the number side, or everything else. Everything else that's not j. Okay. Is well, this side has a J, but this is on the number side, so let's move it to the other side. We got a minus 4J on both sides. Cancel them out. This is minus 4J. We get 9J minus 4J equals 5J plus 35 equals 0. Now, the reason why we just subtracted minus 4J on one side is so we can move it to the other side because we said that this side is our J side. Whatever we do to one side, we got to do to the other side. Now we got to do minus 35 because we got to subtract, or we need to cancel out this positive 35 because we said that this side is going to be the number side. So we got to move it to the other side because this is a number. We got to move it to the number side. Minus 35 on both sides. We are left with 5j equals negative 35. Is j by itself? No, it's not. There's a 5 in front. Another way of saying 5j is just saying 5 times j. What's opposite of multiplication? It is division. We divide by 5. The reason why is because we want a 1 in front of the j. 5 divided by 5 is a 1, so we need to divide by the same number. This becomes just a 1. Whatever we do to one side, we got to do the other side. Since we divided 5 on this side, we got to divide 5 on the other side. We're left with j on this side. What is negative 35 divided by 5? That is negative 7. The reason why it's a negative 7 is because, well, 35 divided by 5 is 7, but a negative 35 divided by 5 is a negative 7 because whenever you divide a negative number by a positive number, it becomes a negative number. Now, we gotta check. Yeah, we have to check. It asks us to check. We said that j is negative 7, so we just have to plug it in. Every time whenever we see a j, we have to replace it with a negative 7. I like to use the parentheses to make it clear what is our j, and it lets us not get us confused. with it being like 9 minus 7, we know that this is a multiplication. 4 times negative 7. Okay, what is 9 times negative 7? It is negative 63. 35. What is this? This is negative 28. What is negative 63 plus 35? That is in fact a 28. Negative 28. Oops. Which is exactly what we got. So this is true. So j is equal to negative 7. So you just have to put in j is equal to negative 7. Now to the next one. We have 13s, 2s, 66. Okay. Same thing. We got to decide which side is our variable side. In this case, it's s. So this is our s side. The number side. Okay. Let's move the 2s onto the other side. The reason why I'm doing it this way, not the other way, is because I always like dealing with positive variables, not negatives. It just makes it more. It doesn't matter. It just makes it me more happy, I guess. So we gotta move it. How do we get rid of the 2s on this side? We have to subtract 2s on this side. Whatever we do to one side, we gotta do to the other side. This cancels out. What is 13s minus 2s? That is 11s. 11s is equal to negative 66. Is s by itself? No, it's not. There's 11 in front. We have to divide because it's multiplying with the s. We divide by the same number, 11, because why? We want to get rid of it. We want to cancel it out. We divide by 11 on both sides. This becomes made the equal sign too high. This becomes s is equal to negative 6. So let's check if we did it correctly. We got 13s, but s is negative 6 equals to s, but like I said, it's equal to negative 6. There you go. We got negative 12 here, 66. We got 6 times 13, which is 18. That'll be 78. Yeah, 78. Negative 78. Okay, negative 12 minus 66. This should be negative 78 again. Okay, boom. There we go. We got it. So S is in fact negative 6. Okay. Next problem. We have to this. Okay, we got 2 times 5t. This is 10t. 2 times, or we got to distribute first. I forgot to say that. Sorry. The reason why we distribute is because we want to simplify it. We can actually do it in a different way, but they want you to distribute first. I would have preferred to do it in a different way, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is, yeah, 2 times negative 4, that is 8, negative 8. 12t, it's still the same. We gotta decide which side, make our little wall. Okay, now let's figure out which side do we want our t. Let's put our t this side. The reason why I'm seeing that is because I want a positive t. I'm noticing that this side will make it positive. This is the t side, this is the number side. So number side, t side. So we got to move all the t's on this side and all the numbers on this side. So we got a 10t over here. How do we get rid of it? We got to subtract 10t. Subtract 10t. This becomes a 2t. This becomes just a -8. We still have a number attached to the t. It's multiplying, so we got to divide in order to get rid of it. We divide by 2 because we want to cancel them out. This becomes a -4. This becomes t. So t is equal to -4. We want to check. So we have 2t5. I'm just replacing t with -4. This becomes -48. This becomes, okay, 5 times that. This is 20, -20, 24, -24 times 2. This is actually -48 equals -48. Yeah, this is correct. I'm gonna leave. I don't want to go too far down. I skipped a couple steps because I want to leave some space for the next problem. Oh, I don't want to waste too much paper. Okay. We have number 4. We got 6q equals 6, 4q plus 1. Okay, we have, we gotta distribute. First things first. This becomes a 24q plus 6, 6q. Do our little dotted line to make our barrier. We gotta decide which side do we want our q and which side do we want our numbers. I want to keep the q on this side because it will make it a positive q. So this is a q side. This is a number side. So since we have a q on this side, we got to move it to the other side. Let's move it to the other side. Minus 6q, minus 6q. This cancels out. This becomes a 0. 24q minus 6q, that is 18q. We got that plus 6. We have a numbers on this side, so we got to move it to the other side. Minus 6 on both sides. This becomes a -6 equals 18q. We have to get q by itself. There's a number in front of it. It's multiplying it. So how do we get rid of this 18? We got to divide by 18 because 18 is multiplying q. 18 divided by 18 is 1. That just leaves us with just our q. Whatever we do to one side, we got to do to the other side. It's -6 divided by 18 is -1/3. The reason why it's a 1/3 because 6 goes into 18 3 times. And yeah, and now we are gonna check. Oops. Now we gotta do 6q, but q is -1/3. We got 4 plus 1. Okay. This is going to be a little bit messy. I'm going to skip a couple steps. Okay, this is obvious. Okay, this is going to be -2 right here. Okay, we got 6 times 4, 1/3. So that's going to be 2. -2 times 4 is 8. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah. 8. Okay, yeah, okay. -8. And then 6 times 1 is that. Negative 2 equals negative 2 minus 8 plus 6 is negative 2. Yeah, sorry, I just thought of something else. I was like, oh, whoops. I did something right. Or I wrote it right, but I thought something different. That's why I had a little hesitation right there. Okay, number 5. We have this. Now we gotta distribute. First things first, we got 7 times t equals 7t. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. We got that minus t outside, and then we got that 4. We gotta, do a little barrier, see which side is which. Now, which side do you want the t? I'm just gonna keep, since all the t's are on this side, I'm just gonna keep it on this side. So this is the t side, this is the number side. Okay, so we got 7t and then minus 14 minus t. We got some common terms. We can simplify it. So 7t minus t equals 6. Oops, 6t minus 14. And then we got that 4 on this side. Okay, we gotta get all the numbers on this side. There's numbers on this side, so we gotta move it. We gotta cancel it. How do we cancel a negative 14 on this side? We have to add 14 on that side, and then they cancel out. Whatever we do to one side, you gotta do to the other side. We have 6t on this side, and then 4 plus 14 is 18. Divide by 6. The reason why you divide by 6 on both sides is because you want a 1 in front, and you got to divide by whatever the number in front of the t is. And we got t is equal to 3. Now we just need to plug it in. We got 7 this minus t equals 3 equals 4. Okay, so the inside right here we have a 3 minus 2, that is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. Boom, boom. There we go. We did it. And it's correct. So t is actually, in fact, 3. Right here, number 6, we have 6 w plus 4, 4w plus 1. Okay, now we have, okay, make a little wall. There's nothing to distribute. Okay, we gotta decide which side do we want our w. That's our variable. Let's say this side is our w because it's gonna make it a positive w. Okay, now w side, number side. Now let's move the w on this side to over here. How do we move it? We have to subtract this so it cancels out. Whatever we do to one side, we gotta do to the other side. Now we have 6w minus 4w equals 2w plus 4 equals 1. Now we have to move the numbers on this side to this side. So we gotta get rid of that positive 4. How do we get rid of it? We have to subtract 4. The same thing. Now we have negative 4 on this side too. Now we have negative 3 on this side, and then we got 2w on this side. So our w is, we gotta divide 2 on this side and divide 2 on that side. This cancels out, just left with our w. So our w is negative 3 halves. Now let's just plug it in and see if it's actually true. We got 6w, but w is negative 2 halves. My bad, I wrote wrong right there. We got 4w, negative 3 halves. And then plus 1. Yeah, plus 1. This will be, okay, it's going to be 2. It's going to be a negative 6 plus 4. I just did the math. I was okay, this is gonna make it, or no, whoops. Oh, what? I did it wrong. -9. What? Okay, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times -3 is 9. -9. Same thing here. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times -3 is -6 plus 1. This side is 9 minus 4, or -9 plus 4. Said it the wrong way. Um, Now this becomes a -5. This becomes 6, or -6 plus 1 is -5. So this is true. So W is in fact 3/2. So that is it for this worksheet. Now let me see the next one. If it's similar or not. This does not look like it's similar. No, it's not. Okay. I'll just leave it at that. All we did in this, basically like what we did in the other one is just, but now we got variables on both sides, but it's the same thing. It's the same variable, so we don't have to do anything special. We're just, as long as we keep everything on one side, or the variable is just the same process. We're gonna have to solve for one variable, keep everything on one side, and then move everything to the other side, and then just simply solve for it. That's it. I hope I answered or did enough examples. I think I should do one more, but I think that's fine. I think you guys get the idea. It's very repetitive, but it should be fine. Okay, if you have any questions or want me to do more examples, leave it in the comment below. I'll be happy to answer when I get the chance. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, so bye for now.